Anyways, houses.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Do you own them? Probably don't. If you do, it's on a loan. But they are 100 times more expensive than what your parents bought. The same parents that tell you you're entitled and lazy. So, fuck your parents. Fuck your kids. We need a house. Noel Miller. Starter homes are rage bait. Let's check it out. And chill out. Yeah, baby.
Gentlemen, by the title of this video, we're going to be talking some shit about older people. Now, not all old people are bad. You know, there are some good boomers, but there's a lot of stuff online that makes it hard to like them. You may have seen that Twitter post where some boomer parents finally showed their son a bunch of college admission letters, and they never let him know that he made it into those colleges because they didn't want to be inconvenienced by the travel. Imagine on their deathbed, your shit boomer parents.
What the fucking hell? No way.
Letters, and they never let him know that he made it into those colleges because
houses are overrated. I'm talking about homes in general. Do your thing, man. I lived in both. I lived in a big ass fucking house. Probably you motherfuckers would call it a mansion. 2 floors, 120 square meters in each, in a small town built thanks to 0% interest socialist bank loans given to my grandpapa the militaire, because he, socialist state. But and I lived in an apartment. They all got pluses and minuses. I'm talking about homes here, bro. Homes.
They didn't want to be
Everybody needs home because it's very cold outside. And it's rainy sometimes. And you'll get wet and then cold. And then back hurts very much. And you do the sneezes. And sneezes hurt my brain.
Inconvenienced by the travel. Imagine on their deathbed, your shit boomer parents going, by the way, you got into a lot of good universities, but me and your mother just loved you too much. Hope the planet doesn't burn up. More recently, you may have seen this grim TikTok where a guy paints the reality of owning a home in 2025.
Me and my wife went and did the pre-approval process for a mortgage loan yesterday, and what the f*** are you talking about? It doesn't upset me for us because we aren't the average American family.
I remember my dad telling me about boomer entitlement at age 12. Low-key best quote he ever dropped. Give us the quote. I think of myself as a job creator for my landlord rather than a renter. Absolutely. That's why you should help him out. You should pay him under the table, cash, so he doesn't have to pay taxes. Because you need to help out your employee, the landlord.
I work a very niche job in the oil field. I make a very good income. My wife is a nurse. She does very good for herself, and combined, we have a very comfortable living in our home. But for the average American, this is way f***ing far out of reach. I try to explain this to my mom. She's telling me, oh, y'all just go get you a little $200,000 house. Mama, these $200,000 houses are f***ing rundown shack. We're looking at the numbers, looking at our income, looking at our credit, and they have us at $450,000. Oh, very good for herself, and combined, we have a very comfortable living in our home. But for the average American, this is way f***ing far out of reach. I try to explain this to my mom. She's telling me, oh, y'all just go get you a little $200,000 house.
You mean a $200,000 garage, bro?
Mama, these $200,000 houses are f***ing rundown shack.
It's fucking garages for your car.
We're looking at the numbers,
Dude, in the fucking Balkans, the city I live in, they ask for 40,000 euros just for a indoor garage. Euro to USD for you fucking Yanks. 40,000 euros. Okay, 46 motherfucking dollars. 46 motherfucking K. 46 fucking bangarinos, man, so I can park my car inside. Absurd. Now I park it in an underground garage that I pay monthly rent to, and I pay USD to euro. Okay, I pay euro. I pay 180. I pay $200 a fucking month, which is absolutely unhinged to pay monthly to rent out a fucking garage. But it's the cheapest one I could find where I live, okay? Cheapest fucking one. And that is still a much better bargain, in my opinion, than buying the fucking garage, because let's divide 40,000, right, by 180. I can rent that place for 222 months. 222 months, okay? Divided by 12, that is 18 years. I can rent that place for 18 years before it starts making sense for me to buy a garage. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna pay my 180 euro. But it's cope. You know why it's cope? Because in 2 years it's going to become 200, and then in 4 it's going to become 250, and then in 10 years this shit's probably going to be like 500 euros a month, right? Because of fucking inflation, capitalism working very, very, very nice, and I'll be fucked. So yeah, thank you AnMac for contributing to my garage payments. Unrelated a bit, I guess, but I thought I might ask, any thoughts on troop deployment in DC? Yeah, super fucked. Haven't, but very much like, oh, look at me. I am big, strong man. I put troops, homeless people bad. I fuck them up. Haven't popped into the stream for a month or two, so didn't get your take on it. But it's getting noticeably worse here. My org has been saying Chicago will be next, and we're seeing more worrying signs. Absolutely, they're testing the grounds. It's him floating his power, but it's also testing the grounds on how willing the American populace would be to tolerate troop deployments domestically. There's crackdowns and National Guard convoys everywhere. How do we navigate this? I mean, you stand strong against it whatever way you can. People claim Chicago can fight back, but obviously they don't actually do shit, and it's concerning as a birthright citizen, especially. Oh, that's it. It's the whole American pipeline into using more violent means as to protect capital is something you should be afraid of. That, but you're doing the most important part, which is organizing, and I don't know. I can't help you, brother. It is the only thing you can do is organize and try and stop this development from reaching its crescendo. But sometimes it gotta get worse before it gets better, and I think it's a relatively stupid gamble that they're deploying troops on the fucking ground inside of U.S. cities, because that's gonna really stimulate revolt, and anything that stimulates revolt is relatively good in my book. Remember, no amount of body armor makes someone fireproof. That's what a chatter said, just super randomly, disconnected from anything that we're talking about. Trump is trying to do Latin America style coup, but there aren't any U.S. embassy here. My landlord wants extra money to park in the fucking parking lot outside the building. 100 per month to park in the parking lot of the building we live in. Yeah, exactly. We park on the street and are moving. Fuck that. 100. 180, bro? Yeah. Živeli metropole, apsolutno, brate. Vrati me u mali grad. Već mi se popelo do guše, kako kažu.
Looking at our income, looking at our credit, and they have us at $450,000, 5% down, 20.
Yeah, 180 motherfucking dollars for fucking parking in the Balkans, okay? Like, motherfuckers at 8 streamers, where the fuck do you motherfuckers park? Jesus Christ.
$22,000. Thank you.
So subscribe $6 a month to Free Through Prime, because you might think living in the Balkans is cheap, and I can do this with, 200 subscribers and still manage to live a financially stable life. Turns out I can't. 100 subscribers, that's a fucking parking lot, bro. That's a parking lot payment, bro.
God, we got a little bit of
But then again, most of you guys believe that having car equals capitalist, so maybe I should not have car.
money saved. They have our mortgage.
Park on the street, bro. I live in a big city. It's impossible to park on the street. There's too many cars. And when the communists built the neighborhood I live in a neighborhood pretty much completely built by the commies. It was built when cars weren't really a thing, right? So there's parking spots for maybe 10% of the people that live here. That's why the parkings are so expensive, because it's basically a monopoly. everybody's fighting. You gotta apply to pay $180 for a parking lot because there's literally nowhere to put your cars.
After PMI, after insurance, after taxes, at $4,636 a month. What the fuck are you talking about, okay? And the thing is, we could afford it. We actually could afford to spend that money on a mortgage every month. But a $5,000 mortgage? Who are y'all selling these fucking houses to?
Who the fuck can do that, man?
Because we are outliers, okay? Not everybody is fortunate to have the jobs that we have. What about the regular fucking families that bring in combined $100,000 a year? They will.
The communists didn't plan for mass individualized vehicles, instead thought transport would be the future. Idiots. I mean, yeah, they did not account for capitalists overtaking their societies and then making everything revolve around drive, burum, burum. Crunk solidarity.
Yugo salute.
I mean, fucking Jay. Thank you, Ed back, and it's such a pleasure to have you back, my friend.
Will never qualify for this. What the fuck is like?
I think online there's a lot of conversation about this. I think
Like if it's, I don't know, I'm stupid non-American. Help stupid non-American today, chat, huh? Calculator. We use calculator. $5,000. $5,000. It is times 12. It is $60,000. So if family, even family that is very well off, that makes $120,000, they would have to spend half of their fucking income just to pay mortgage. That is impossible. That is fucking crazy. That is absolutely unhinged. And I'm talking household that is very, 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 very well off. What the actual hilly? No, you can't do $5,000. It's fucking insane. Out of principle, I wouldn't do it. Out of principle, I would move to a different country. I had $5,000? Are you insane? 120K before tax. Yeah. 60K after tax. Oh, I was talking about 120K after tax. But yeah, oh my God, don't even, yeah. Shit. You're right. Shit. So it's 60K after tax. You got to pay all your money just to have a place where you can live. Nerd Wallet, what is this? And what's up, my dear friend Pizza Family? You come in with some mats on my ass. Federal income tax calculator, 2025. Oh my God. Let's say I am married and filling jointly, and let's say the two of us are doing really well. God has blessed us. A little bit of privilege has blessed us, and let's say I don't know. We are fucking I don't know. Median age, for example, 28 or something. We're a young. No, ain't nobody at 28 making 120K. But okay, let's say 28. Standard deduction. What is standard deduction? What is itemized deduction? You fucking people are crazy. Taxes withheld. I don't know how much taxes withheld. The fuck? Taxes owed 10K. Standard. I do standard. There you go. We pay 10K. So we're left with 110K, out of which we got to pay 60 more for a mortgage. Yeah, I wrote 120 jointly, like for the whole family. That's the salary, sum of your wages plus tips for both. It's not a lot. I mean, are you trying to tell me that in the U.S. taxes are 9% or something? Oh, no, wait. Taxable income, 120K, minus standard deduction is 88.5. So I get 10 tax on that. So 11% active effective tax rate for the whole year? What? That's not including state taxes. How much would state taxes be? Is America communism? 10%? Depends on state. Depends on the state. Not every state has taxes. I guess. But if you're telling me that it's 11%, what is the average tax rate in the U.S.? 14.5%. Yeah. Europeans crying right now. Euros in chat losing their shit. Euros in chat losing their shit. No, you got it right. Bottom tax bracket is 15%, but you got the standard 30K deductions. It's about 12. Euros be like, wait, what? But remember, they do not have free healthcare, and their roads are just black holes next to black holes, sucking you into the abyss. And then they also have to pay like $100,000 for a fucking university for their kids. But yeah, if you have a mortgage in this situation, we make 120 for the family, and this is for filing separately. There. Oh, holy shit! You get such a big deduction for a family. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. More because I'm drunk. What the fuck?
More because I'm drunk.
And Mac, I swear to God, you only watch me when you drink. But God bless, enjoy it, brother, and thank you very much for the bits. So yeah, we're left with basically with 110 grand minus 60. We're left with 50 to live on. At least Euros taxes go to something. I agree. And if Americans move, they still have to pay America. Yeah. Always want you when they drink or always drinking. I don't know which one is more based. It's not true. Our taxes go to free healthcare. It just happens to go to Israel. Yeah, you have debt for education and so on. And this is in the case. Come on, guys. This is in the case you're really well off. Okay, if you're single and you're clocking in a fucking 40K-er. That's not a lot. That's 11%. Interesting.
Anyone young has seen all kinds of people talk about how it's not possible to own a home, but still, people have boomer parents and relatives that
I thought I was like, I don't know,
just simply. Nope, not real. So I thought, why don't we all come together? Good boomers, the rest.
You're perfect drinking content. Hell yeah, brother. Drink every time Yugo says capitalism. 10 minutes later, bro, I'm so fucked up.
Of us come together for a mutual hate browse for the situation we're in. We tapped into our chunky little analyst here, and we got it to pull all kinds of homes from all over America for $250,000 to see just what you can get in this country as of right now. Now, when you're looking for a $250,000 property, where do you start, right? So I thought to maybe give us a baseline, why don't we go to some major cities and see what you can get for $250,000. So let's start in New York. First up, we have a 420 square foot suck.
Come on. I mean, you could make it into a cute little Minecraft house. You could like sleep on top of your stove or something.
Shack out in Staten Island.
Oh, Staten Island. Nope.
And I think 420 is appropriate.
But imagine motherfuckers from Staten Island. They're like, oh, I live on an island. Where do you live? I live on an island, bitch.
Because maybe in the 80s, you could have got away with selling drugs here.
I need a chatter that is constantly going to be, whenever they hear Noel here say feet, to immediately translate for us, okay? 420 feet, how much is in square meters? I want feet to square meters 24/7 by one chatter that sacrifices their sanity.
Lame weed. That's not a viable business anymore. Now, this house is so good that they don't show you the inside. They will not give you a photo of the inside. The backyard is big enough so that you could form a line of at least 20 or 30 customers, depending on what business you run out of here. And, not everything has to be drugs and sex. I mean, you could convert this to a restaurant. Maybe you put a small kitchen in there, a stationary food truck, if you will. There's a lot of viable ways to at least pay the mortgage here. We can say that much. Hilarious to think what you could have got
It's 39. You're trying to tell me for 40 square meters I have to pay 250K. I think my garage, like the place I park, is like, what is the average square meter size of a car? It's around 10 square meters. So you need at least 15 square meters to be able to park it normally. So you can fit a car and, I don't know, a couple of dead bodies in there.
30 or 40 years ago for 220 grand. And now it's just this. The seller of the home says opportunity awaits this 1-bedroom, 1-bath bungalow in Midland.
Like a Airbnb host fucking rubbing his fucking hands, dude. I'm going to Airbnb the shit out of this, bro. I can't wait to be a landlord, bro. Buys shed. Why is nobody living in my shed, bro?
Beach. Conveniently located.
Oh, it's a bungalow. Yeah, there we go. It's a prime New York bungalow experience for those who wish to live an alternative and financially wise life.
Near schools, parks, beaches, shopping, and public transportation. Great investment opportunity. Sold as is. Now, just going off this.
Oh, I love great investment opportunity. That's them saying we know nobody would live here, but you can buy it and then force the poors to live here. They're like, we know that nobody with 250K laying around would buy this, but you could buy it and then force somebody who's really, really poor to live in it and charge them $1,000 a month, okay?
Zillow listings, it seems that you could actually maybe make something of this property. It's just on you to find a couple $1,000,000. For the low price of 250 grand, you have a multi-million-dollar opportunity if you have the means. But if that doesn't tickle your fancy, well, we got something else. We got a 754 square foot 2-bedroom unit, also in Staten Island. For $205,000, you can have this lovely 2-bedroom unit, which 54 square foot 2-bedroom unit.
How the fuck do you fit? Wait, let me calculate this. 754. How do you fit 2 bedrooms in a 70 meter? I mean, maybe your living room is just very small, I guess. By the way, for context, I grew up in a 55 square meter apartment, right? When we left the house, and it was comfortable. But my parents basically, like, their bedroom, they sacrificed the bigger bedroom. They gave it to me so I can have, I don't know, a desk and a computer on it. And they slept in, like, literally just this, like, shoebox.
Also in Staten Island, for $205,000, you can have this lovely 2-bedroom unit, which has what seems to be the remnants of a boba cafe.
But honestly, 70 square meters, this is cheaper than... this is unironically cheaper than real estate in the city I live in, which is holy fucking shit. What is the Balkans doing? Oh my fucking God.
I think you get the dog as well. That dog don't look too happy to be there either. Jesus Christ. Oh, hey, guys. Neat nest. Hold up. Time out. If you're a first-time viewer of the channel, I'm a big fan of neat nests and neckbeard nests. We're going to have to go ahead and give this a quick rating.
You can participate in history by buying Asmongold's house. Would you like to live here? No. But can you rent out Asmongold's room for $100 to weird perverts that want to go in there and goon? 100%. You will be paying back everything you invested in Asmongold's room in a matter of a day.
I'm going to go 5 out of 10 on this one, only because there's no gamer desk. I think a gamer desk would bring this up to a 7.5 out of 10 neat nest easily. Got to give kudos for the bank robber hat on the wall. I like that. That's a nice little addition.
Any of you put your fucking hats on walls? I really liked putting my fucking hats on walls in university. I had a whole wall just of hats. And then I would never throw out my fucking whiskey and vodka bottles. I was collecting bottles and had hats on walls. Jesus Christ, why did anyone have sex with me? Thank you, Dave Legend! legend. Welcome in, chatters. Thank you, Dave, for the motherfucking raid. Appreciate you. Hope you had a great stream. Everybody in chat, immediately go and give Dave a follow. Dear friend of the show and an absolute fucking legend. Welcome in, raiders. And those of you considering wasting your money on a dirty Twitch streamer, gifting a sub now would be the proper moment in order to make our legends, boys and girls and NBs feel very welcome. Thank you, Dave. Please give one to Dave, for fuck's sake. Give one to Dave. Thank you, Dave, once again, as always. For you guys entering, we're basically looking at properties in America and how overpriced they are, but we're also realizing that us living in the developing world, it's, as always, it gets the brunt force of, what's the word? It gets the brunt force of all capitalist outsourcing, so we don't get to make as much money as Americans, but our houses are as expensive.
Anyways, let's look at the rest of the house. Now, I have to say, for
also look at my little Soviet clock. It is crazy. It is crazy.
the 205 grand, you're getting a nice.
Is it cool if I say, instead of crazy, I say crazy? That's so crazy. Oh my God, that's so crazy. I don't even know where I got it from. I think I got it from the lady that says, Merry Chrysler, Merry Christmas, Merry Chrysler.
Anyways, let's look at the rest of the house. Now, I have to say, for the 205 grand, you're getting a nice spread in terms of style, all right? I like the spirit of this home, you know, Christmas every day, just keeping a positive attitude. I like that. Now, as far as the bathroom, I mean, all you're going to have to do is replace that top drawer.
Thank you, Kubashi, for giving Dave a fucking gift. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kubashi. Dave is now officially a child soldier. What did I want to show? What was her? Saying a middle class kitchen. Cult photo. What in the goddamn poverty is this? Do they truly live like this? How do they not revolt, I wonder? Why are things on top of the refrigerator? Why don't they simply buy a larger refrigerator? Oh, God. The poors are so dirty. They deserve what they get. By the way, like, all your plants in here is so fucking unhinged. But I respect it. I respect it. Like, you know what matters, okay? I might have 0 square feet in my fucking apartment. I will still buy 150 plants, okay? 300 plants. Every wall will be covered in plants. I like plants. I will not allow capitalism from making me a plant mother or father, okay? I might not be able to afford a lot of square meters, but I am fucking adopting 1,000 motherfucking plants.
Other than that, seems like a perfectly
long-term investment. It makes free oxygen, so that when they make a pay-to-use oxygen, we can still generate our own oxygen with plants. It's entrepreneurial thinking. Don't you understand?
good bathroom. I like that this bedroom has.
Also, you can camouflage weed plants in between them and be a true entrepreneur, also known as a dealer. Okay? Dealers get a bad rap.
And that.
You got like 2025. Dealers are good, actually. Sell that crack heroin to children. Ring!
Seems like a perfectly good bathroom.
An ironic Marxist dealer. Dude, I didn't want to sell crack heroin to children, but capitalism impoverished me, so I had to do it. You mean you don't have botanical gardens at your abode? Oh, heavens. I have 2 semi-dead plants, and in typical misogynist fashion, I blame it on the woman.
Replace that top drawer. Other than that, seems like a perfectly good bathroom. I like that this bedroom has sort of a sex room / John Wayne.
You're telling me you enter this room and you're like, yeah, I'm having sex. And is the motherfucker recording? Yeah, this look. Oh no, these are lights. These are lights up there. Holy shit. And you can see the poverty because one of these broke off here, okay? One of these broke off here and either can't afford or doesn't have time to fix it because incredibly depressed from capitalist hellhole. But on the little screen here we have like beautiful I don't know. This is either Switzerland or Serbia or some shit, or Austria.
AC type of vibe. And honestly, I mean, even that curtain on the right.
You're so easily clippable. What the fuck? What the Toasty? You're supposed to be one of the good ones. Actually, sell that crack. Actually, sell that crack heroin to children. Ring! Jesus Christ. Yes.
It also gives me a medieval feel. I'm conflicted in terms of what I really gather from this room, but I know that one of you would do wonderful things with this room. A couple other lovely features is you're near a marsh park, so I would guess that you're getting nailed with mosquitoes all day, and you're right next to some train tracks. Have to question what type of sleep you're getting, but hey, a house is a house, am I right? Now we're talking about New York. You know, Staten Island isn't really New York, so let's take a look at an opportunity in this.
Dude, what do you mean? It's a great opportunity. You go to the marsh, you catch some frogs, you take the train, you sell them in the center. You know, it's create that distance between you and homeless people, sell them some roasted frogs and shit.
City. This listing
Make the best out of your fucking scenario, blah.
does not mention the square footage because it's probably just better if you see it in person.
It's a great investment.
For the low price of $250,000, you will get central AC in this room. Also, you get a kitchen in this room, and you get a
So, we are selling an apartment. And by that, we mean a room.
bathroom connected to this room.
And ironically, when I was buying my place, I go into this obvious restitute lady. We call them restitutes. The people who were really rich capitalists, and then the socialist state took their 17th apartment. And now after socialism fell, the government gave them back all the apartments. So she probably got like 6 apartments or some shit, and she's selling them off. And I go to see one of these apartments, which on the picture look fucking lovely. But I walk in and she's like, actually, we're like 10 people in there to check out the place. She's like, actually, these are 2 apartments. We're going to build a wall right here. We're like, what do you mean? She's like, it has 2 bedrooms and it has 3 bedrooms and a living room, but we're gonna build a whole like a wall right here, so it's going to be a living room and bedroom type of scenario, and we're looking for 2 buyers. It's like, what? Why didn't you say in the fucking in the Oglas in the fucking thing on the fucking internet that you're selling half the apartment? What?
This isn't yours. It's communal. You get to go outside. And the entrance to the building is gorgeous. I'd love to see anyone that's older pretending that real estate isn't a fucking nightmare right now to show what they were living in at the same age. I'm just imagining some of your boomer parents doing the completely bullshit double down where they go, I'd live there if I had to. I'd live there if I had, you know, a lot of the easy for you to say stuff. There's no fucking way. But that's New York. You know, maybe there's other options, right? Let's check out Chicago. Chicago is the Midwest, so the bang for your buck is going to be a lot better. And here, for $250,000, you'll get a 2,400 square foot home, which, you know, 5 bedroom, 4 bath.
Why the fuck is it cheaper to live in the United States than in the Balkans? What the fucking actual helly? Oh my god.
The inside doesn't look too bad. Slightly older, but look at this. You got a great communal family space. This kid is
Chad, you're going to have to start calling me privileged because shit more expensive here, bro.
interested in Scream.
Because the houses are out of paper. I'm doing a bit. Let me do my bit. Come on. Let me do my bit where I'm making fun of it. Consider you do not have lead in your tap water. Yes, and I live in an urban environment, in a city, relatively close to the center, stuff like that. All of these properties that we're looking at are behind God's ass, as they say.
Which makes me wonder what type of media access he has, because I didn't know anyone still watch those movies younger than 35. I like this. The dining room opens up into the living room. It's probably great on the holidays. Everyone's connecting, you know, family getting closer together. Laundry room. This is great as a parent.
Dude, this is straight out of The Sopranos, the fucking basement where he would talk to the other mob guys.
I think it's always good to have one location in the home that scares the fuck out of the child, and it has a necessary task in there. Go swap the laundry.
Chicago mentioned, thank you for the bits. Chicago, the true ancient homeland of my people. There's probably more Balkan people and their descendants in Chicago than in the entire Balkans.
You don't like swapping the laundry in the dark? Then do it earlier in the day. Go swap the laundry. I don't know what room of the house this is, but I appreciate this person's minimalism. I'm starting to feel like every one of these homes is going to have a neat nest, and it just compels me to rate it, you know? So we can kind of have a running tab on the side of all my neat nests that we find on these properties. This one's a 7 out of 10. Blank canvas, a lot to work with. I love the commitment to gaming. You know, it's just like up and game. Just straight.
This is just a fucking dude's dorm room. This is a dude's dorm room. Like everything is this is a dude's dorm room. This guy really hopes that he will be able to get out of poverty through crypto.
A commitment to gaming. You know, it's just like up and game. Just straight to it. Great neatness. 7
Fuck ton of Ukrainians, of course, man. This fucking Chicago's filled with Slavs.
out of 10. Honestly, 8 out of 10 neat nest. Like this one a lot. Anyways, let's move on. It appears that maybe the house is split into 2. I can't quite tell because this looks like another family room.
And those couches freak me the fuck out. Jesus Christ. Those couches look like they would sexually assault me. Like you sit in them and you get swallowed so deep into them that some item that was forgotten in there like 3 years ago immediately goes up your anus. Casting couch. Oh my God.
Connected to a pseudo kitchen, or maybe this is like a back house. The grayscale of this bathroom, it reminds me of like just apartment complexes, and it makes me feel existential dread, but that can be changed. Just a little bit of paint. Look at this. You got a backyard, plenty to work with. All this for the low price of $250,000 in what appears to be...
But he's not looking at locations. Like locations increase or decrease price, but by sometimes double, right?
Southside Chicago. I'm not going to blanket say all of Southside Chicago is what Chief Keef and other Chicago drill rappers have rapped about. But now this looks like a decent option. You're pretty far outside the city. I would need someone from Chicago to comment on if this is convenient at all. Because something I know about people in Chicago.
Usually there's one ultimate red flag. And no, it's not just the train tracks. It is how close it is to an airport. If you're close to an airport, you probably don't live in a very good neighborhood. There you go, Figgy Airport. Bravo. Yeah. That place will be shaken, okay? Shaken. But not stirring all the motherfucking time, okay? And also you're in a place called Lithuanian Plaza, which is crazy. Southside is genuinely, seriously gentrified now. There you go. And Mac, let's buy it and gentrify
it. If this is convenient at all. Because something I know about people in Chicago is they all commute into the city. Most of them live in suburbs. But again, for $250,000 and a willingness to suffer through a commute, you can have your own place. I feel like this is one of those where someone older says, "See, you just gotta look hard enough." But again, never a place that they would live. Shout out to the Midwest.
That was probably the roof is fucking collapsing and pipe systems are unbearable. You have to put in another $100K in order to make the place livable.
Seems like you get some bang for your buck. Here's another option in Chicago. Same price range. You only get about 972 square feet. I like the medieval nature of this property. Weirdly, the outside feels like a home I would see in London. Somewhere, maybe not central London, but somewhere in England. But the inside is just that classic American gray. It's all just fucking gray. I like the different floor textures here. Wood.
One could argue it's relatively smart to like gray it up when selling to motherfuckers because then they can imagine doing something to it. But when it's actual people living in there and it's that grayed up, it's fucking confusing. A lot of the only affordable ones are in places like Garfield Park. Do you get to meet Garfield? Well, it's right below the trains. It's full of poverty and is never acknowledged, and people usually have no choice but to go to Garfield on West Side. Now we'll know more about Chicago.
Into this nice marble, back into a softer wood. I don't mind that.
My God, someone is really into sports.
And
Wait. Oh, I have some paintings at home. Meanwhile, paintings at home. Basketball field?
to this nice marble
Baseball field? Random sports ball team?
back into a softer wood. I don't mind that. I have no clue.
No way. Football field. No way. This has to be a joke. Why does he have pictures of 3 fields in his living room? What? What the fuck? I like basketball.
Nice marble
I like baseball.
back into a softer wood. I don't mind that. I have no clue
And I like football. I have many paintings in my house. We appreciate art in this home.
if that's the wallpaper or this door got hit with like a symbiote. That is a haunting border around that.
A lot of Americans are like this. You're telling me a lot of Americans put pictures of sports fields in their apartment. That is the most niche thing I've ever heard in my life. They're not reminded of sports ball at all times. They will literally die. Yeah, Americans don't have any other reason to live except to watch the sports ball. Okay. Ancient Romans be like, "What? You're obsessed with sports and games that much?" I mean, I understand getting away from the dread of experience by watching a bunch of guys fucking squish their bodies inside out, but you guys are taking it to a next level.
Trim, Jesus Christ. Nothing a little gray paint can't take care of. And if you're wondering, hey, could this home possibly deliver me on a gray kitchen? Yes, it can. It can hit you with a gray kitchen. I like the skeleton. Yes, it
Fuck
can.
with gray kitchens. Gray kitchens are extremely hygienic. You spot any dirt absolutely everywhere. Because any darker colors and it's impossible. And if it's just white, then you spot too much, right? And you got to spend so much fucking time cleaning it.
And it can hit you with a gray kitchen. I like the skeleton. Keep that. If you're buying this place, keep this skeleton. Yo, the white handles on the knives, I don't hate that.
The skeleton is the last guy who came to this house to watch sports. He never left.
That feels exotic. I like that, dude. If I'm buying this place, I want the skeleton and the white-handled knives. Crazy, dude. And look at this. It's got a gym. That's actually...
Oh my god. Oh, so surprised. The sports guy has a gym.
very sick. It's something
Every single room of this apartment reminds him of playing sports. Where the fuck does he sleep though?
to have a home gym. You know, not a luxury that many enjoy. And for whatever size room this is actually so much to work with. Great job to the original owners. You will have to relocate the light switch so you can have a mirror in the bathroom. But you know, that's just a little electrical job. Nothing you can't afford, right? I don't know the nuance of Southside Chicago, but that's where these last two properties are at. You know, if you're thinking it's anything like a Roblox server, you think the whole place is a war zone, but I'm sure there are parts that are just fine. Now, on the surface, $250,000 for 1,000 square feet and a small backyard. On paper, it doesn't sound terrible. But again, you run these numbers through like a mortgage calculator, you're probably, by the time you pay this place off, going to have paid double, if not more. And it's just crazy to think that, again, someone or a family would have to give up $500,000 in earnings for 1,000 square feet.
Maybe not $500,000, but you'll definitely ramp it up to $350K at least.
Now, 1,000.
And you can make a capitalist argument that the property value will increase and then you can sell it, blah, blah, blah. But by then, the amount of money that you can sell it for that will increase over time will be devalued by inflation. So you'll be able to pretty much buy the same size house. Sure, they'll have more cash, but you won't be able to upgrade unless you made a lot of extra money that you can then reinvest in the upgrade.
Square feet, that ain't bad for like a couple or
private property. Always, brother, always.
an individual, but committing to a place for 30 years, I mean, it's asking so much of you. And for the amount of money you're paying, I mean, you could argue that all your money is just going into the place. So do you even have any personal sense of freedom? You know, does it greatly change how you fucking operate in your day-to-day life? Do you start saying no to things just to smile and say, now I've got a house that's 45 minutes with traffic outside the city. Yay. And I think what's funny is maybe
Where do you live? In Chicago. Where do you actually live? 1 hour outside of Chicago.
someone would say, well, you're looking in big cities. Obviously, it's going to be expensive to live there. despite, larger cities probably having more opportunity for employment. Fine. Let's have it your way. Let's go to Des Moines, Iowa. Now I'm going to put one
Thank you very much, Barry, for the gifty, my friend.
on the board for the boomers and say, don't say there's nothing out there, because there's something, right? Have you been praying for an opportunity to own a home? Well, God is calling you, because I got an entire church for sale. $250,000. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 10.
What in the America? So you're telling me that a church in the United States went bankrupt and they have to sell their property to private individuals? That's crazy. That's so crazy. Oh my God. Literally the Christian ISIS land of the United States, and a church goes bankrupt. This is like going bankrupt from selling water in the desert.
10,000 square feet. No one from Iowa talks like this. Imagine you and your people just...
The heating is going to be astronomical. Yeah, but look at the fucking height of those ceilings, dude. Dude, I am such a sucker for high ceilings. Oh my God.
posting up here.
Dude, no, no, dude, this would be sick as shit, man. Fuck that. No, I'm not going to be a hater just so I can be a hater. Look at these fucking crazy windows. Look at these ceilings. Dude, this would be legit. Like, dude, you touch this up, this would be legit fucking awesome, man. You can play football in here, man.
I don't know, to watch fucking Love Island or something. The stained glass.
Chat, please donate to Yugo so he can buy a church.
Is
I am streaming from a church. It is literally the church of Twitch.
insane, dude. Look at this open space. Start a cult. What are you waiting for, bros?
No, this is unwarranted hate. The open space is fucking legendary. You know how nice you feel in an open space? That's awesome, dude.
Now this
Chat, we're getting money together. We're buying an American church.
makes sense because instant write-off. 250 grand out, 2.5 million in. Everything tax deductible. You just own a church. Look at this creepy ass room. How many people do you think got exorcised or potentially just died
You can make this room awesome. Unwarranted hate, I swear.
during a church dinner here? Oh wait,
I would include a sport of playing music instruments. If you become the Church of Twitch, does that mean you can stop paying taxes on your sub-bit income? Yeah. Oh my God! Stop giving me fucking that is fucking brilliant. Stop giving me horribly good ideas.
this is a bedroom. There is something Kubrick-esque about this room, man. Oh my God, this shit makes...
Imagine, like, I'm already like such a fucking weird ass motherfucker. I work on Twitch and I run a podcast with a fucking Iraqi and a fucking American where we scream about communism and shit. And like that's already super weird, and people look at me and they're like, what the fucking hell? But imagine if I also lived in a church. You also live in a church and that's your fucking professional career? Oh my God. I'm weird enough. Ugh.
My hair stand up, dude. This image is a blue chew for all the hair on your body. 30 seconds of eye contact with this. You are a porcupine. Oh my fucking God. Yo, the stained glass, I kind of love it. Look at this.
Absolutely amazing. That's what it is.
Dude, you can run a Depop store out of here. Gotta love this.
But the first time you fucking this, it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel disrespectful. It's gonna feel weird. We fucking in a church? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
The classic summer camp shower where you hold your fucking balls with pure fear and agony, praying that people...
And that is going to play in exactly 1 minute. If you want me to buy a church and start the first church of Twitch, I will dedicate my life to preaching against the poison of advertising until the day I goddamn die. Do you want ads or do you want an anti-advertising church? Speaking the Lord's wish in your name, brothers, sisters, and enemies. The choice is indeed yours. Get in from the ground up, where the fucking term is, and start your own church. All subs are fully tax deductible when it comes to buying the church.
will come in and prank you. Not speaking from personal experience. If you buy this place, you should get to keep the organ. Not the organs buried underneath, but the actual organ. And it's got an elevator. Look at this. 70s vibe. Creepy as hell. You don't know if this is going to an executive office.
No, it looks odd. Dude, what?
But the actual organ. And it's got an elevator. Look at this. 70s.
It's a great looking elevator. It's got fucking wood. This is fucking mahogany. You know how much you gotta pay for this shit? It's probably not mahogany, but what? Noel's just being a fucking hater. I swear to God, dude. This church is sick as hell, man. That elevator looks awesome. What the fuck?
Vibe. Creepy as hell. You don't
What creepy is it? What the fuck are you talking about?
know if this is going to an executive office or your last minutes on Earth. Look at this beautiful goon cave right here.
This is a perfectly fine bed. Dude, please subscribe so I buy this.
And it's got a
And go to the States because taxes are low, apparently.
hole in the center. So if things are going real bad,
Yeah, and it's accessible because it has an elevator, okay? Bring back a baddie in a wheelchair, you can go up.
you can start live
Yes, I said that sentence. It was granted to me on a silver platter. I had to I will stop talking now.
streaming. Yo, they got 3 fucking I know it's a bunch of dumbass dudes living in here. Every desk got the fucking gamer setup. This would be great, bro. In your early 20s, you and the guys just fucking hold up in the church. No pool table. These guys are fucking up. This dinner space is great, though. Massive commercial pool table.
What are you talking? This is the best property I've ever seen in my life for $250,000. This is absolutely fucking incredible.
Guys are fucking up. This dinner space is great, though.
You touch up the walls, you change the colors, you make it your own. Dude,
Massive commercial kitchen.
look at this.
I'm
actually speechless, dude.
in love with this place, dude. I want this. I'm leaving LA. Now, where in Des Moines, Iowa is this?
Ah, okay, it's in fucking Iowa. Okay.
Let's just have a gander. I love the description of this place. Brick residence. Features prominent architecture and gorgeous stained glass throughout.
You also gotta build really large fences around it because it's probably in a very central location where cars pass by all the time. A lot of motherfuckers also gonna be confused. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I want to go pray," and then they enter and you're fucking laying pipe with your bros, and they're like, "What the hell? This church is based, and they come pray with you."
New renovations include chef's kitchen with stainless appliances, full bathrooms with showers, laundry room, quality flooring, plumbing, updated electrical, fresh paint throughout, landscaping, and more. Living room designed for acoustics features 30-foot tall cathedral ceiling. Main level master features 2 large sitting rooms. You just want to chill. Separate closets, new bathroom with a walk-in
Chill with God, don't forget.
tile shower, and antique vanity. Carrier heat pump and gas boiler, architectural roof. I guess was built in 2018. It's zoned.
Dude, it's brand new. I thought the big minus was gonna be like, oh, they built it in like 1912. So like, there's a lot of upkeep to be done. It's brand new. It's 2018. That's brand new. That's brand new.
Owned for residential.
What's up? Hi, I love you too.
I mean, this thing is set to go. Now you're all the way in Sac City, which, I mean,
Sac City is a pretty great place to build the Church of Gay, if you know what I mean.
if you're running a fraternity out of here, that's probably the best place you could be.
Or, oh my God, or a frat house. That would be legit.
It's home to the world's largest popcorn ball. That's cool. Oh, it's just a cool 2 hours from Des Moines. So any
Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. That's why it's cheap. Okay.
shot at having a job.
But if you're a Twitch streamer, why you don't give a shit, The Church of Twitch. You just stream from there. And you also, it's tax deductible because it's a church probably, but you also define it as your office because you are streaming from there. And damn.
It's just a cool 2 hour, which is a normal commute. Well, what are you bitching about? 2 hours is a super normal commute. I don't know why you're complaining, you know?
And of course, Barry, the fucking psycho legend, has found it. 126. They ask 40,000 euros. They ask $50,000 in my city for a garage. 2 garages in my city, and you get... Okay, we move all of this. Dude, imagine the living room here. Dude, imagine fucking just throwing up a big projector and watching movies in here. Setting up a sound system in all the corners. Yeah, we'd have to do something about this, and it would feel weird, but... Dude, this is an awesome chill area. Okay, we got a massive living room. Oh, and then we got a second... Literally put the bedroom up here. Put some cement in this, like even it out. Bedroom, right above it, bedroom, perfection. Then we have stairs, very rustic, very pretty. What are these? What are these? What are these, bro? There you go, already set up bathrooms. Got multiple bathrooms. There you go, another bedroom. There you go, a closet. There you go, the kids' room. There you go, a guest room. Jesus, you're living it up like a king amongst gods, one would say. There you go, streaming setup under the stairs, classic. This is where you keep the people you kidnap. Oh my God, you bring all your bros to eat. Theory discussion room, yeah. Kitchen kind of weird, but we can fix that up. There you go, storage for the clothes of the people you kidnap. Awesome shit. What? You have neighbors. We'll wall this out. Fuck the neighbors. Wait, is the neighbor's house included? There's no way the neighbor's entire... Oldest church in Keokuk. It's a beautiful stately brick building with a magnificent stained glass. The artwork. Classrooms, also kitchen, entryway, forced bedroom, full back stairs. Okay, don't get that second house. Why are they showing the second house? But crassy. That's crassy. Guys, I'm buying a church.
We used to walk
I'm buying a church, guys.
7,300 miles in the snow to get to school. I don't know why you're bitching about driving in a fancy old car 2 hours to your
Start a garden in the yard. Dude, it's incredible.
job. You should be happy that you have a job in the first place. Corporations are the ones creating the opportunity. You should have some respect. I don't know why everybody's so mean to Jeff Bezos. He's out there making sure everybody can eat. He's doing what most others can't. You want to know another place buzzing with opportunity in terms of places to live and a home to grow in with a family? Let's talk about Oklahoma City. $250,000 gets you a 1,300 square foot home, which on the outside looks like something you'd make in Minecraft. I feel this would be designed by your 10-year-old cousin. But don't...
There has to be some sort of hook, for sure. Like, first is the taboo of buying a church. That's what lowers the price, because not a lot of people want it, because all your friends are probably going to make fun of you. But there's probably also a hook that the people selling it also have to decide to sell it to you, and they probably would only sell it to another person who wants to start up a church. There's probably caveats like that.
Don't let the stone
But if there aren't, god damn it, that is a fucking deal.
architecture deter you, because whoever designed this home was thinking, right? Is the backyard fucking frightening? Yeah, but just look past
God, what the fuck? Why? Why? Why?
that, because it would be your backyard. You have a stable
Why?
for a war
Jeffrey Dahmer ass?
chariot and various horses. If you want to torture someone, there's a great spot for that as well. You even got a PVC pipe and miscellaneous copper to lure in any
This house comes with 3 basement prisoners. Gratis.
potential thieves into your torture den. But the inside of the home looks great. Looks like any other fucking house in the valley in Los Angeles. This could be in Calabasas. I'm not shitting you. Beautiful starter home, paper thin walls. So if you're piping down your partner, anyone staying for the weekend would definitely know. Brand new appliances, wonderful fridge. I mean, for 250 grand, this looks pretty good. Now, I say this with love in my heart and personal experience. Shout out to all my people.
How do you love this and you didn't love the church? Jesus Christ. Got a meeting I got to run to. My beautiful chatters. Today we learned that we want to live in a church of Based, a church of Twitch. We also learned that life is kaif. And kaif is life. So, I'm going to send you over to, if Rimworld has taught me anything, is that you should kidnap home invaders and brainwash them into being... Yeah, absolutely. Take me to church. Let me send you to Brother Grem. Enjoy Grem. I'm sorry, I just noticed what fucking time it is. Go to Gremlo, be loud, be proud. Make sure you follow me on the socials. You join the goddamn Discord. God damn it. You make sure the people over in Gremlo's chat know we're fucking savages. And I will see you tomorrow and the day after and the day after and the day after and the day after. Okay? Okay. Thank you very much. Now, you got the stuff that you should post and stuff. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Love you, motherfuckers.
We'll all go together when we go. What a comforting fact that is to know. Universal bereavement.